Hello everyone. So this is my lecture 3 on crystal field splitting. In the previous lecture we discussed crystal field splitting in the case of tetrahedral complexes. In the case of tetrahedral complexes, the ligands are present at the alternate corners of the cube, and the ligands in a tetrahedral complex are not pointing directly towards any of the metal d orbitals. The set of orbitals, which is of dx square minus y square and dz square, which are pointing towards which are lying along the coordinate axis, are pointing towards the center of the faces of the cube, and the other set of the d orbitals, that is dxy, dxz and dyz, these are directed towards the edges of the cube. Ligands are present at the alternate corners of the cube, and ligands are not directly pointing towards any of the metal d orbitals. Ligands are closer to dxy, dxz and dyz orbitals, and the ligands are away from the x square minus y square and dz square orbitals. So crystal field splitting in the case of tetrahedral complexes is inverse of the tetrahedral splitting in the case of octahedral complexes. The set of orbitals, that is E, that is lower in energy, and the set of the orbitals, which is called T2, is higher in energy. Also we discussed that the value of crystal field splitting in the case of tetrahedral complex, delta T, that is 4 by 9, the splitting in the case of octahedral complex. It means the splitting which is caused by the ligands in the case of a tetrahedral complex is always lower than the splitting which is caused in the case of octahedral complexes. I told you two reasons for this. One reason is there are 4 ligands instead of 6. So the ligand field is weaker because of the presence of lesser number of ligands. And the second reason is the ligands are not directly pointing towards any of the metal d orbitals. That is why crystal field splitting in the case of tetrahedral complexes is always lesser than the splitting caused in the case of octahedral complexes. We also discussed, since the splitting caused in the case of tetrahedral complexes is less, that is why tetrahedral complexes are always of high spin. These are always of high spin. I told you how to find out the value of crystal field splitting energy. For example, in the case of D3 case, if you have a D3 tetrahedral complex, kindly match your values. The value of crystal field stabilization energy caused is equal to minus 0.8 delta 0. Splitting caused in the case of D4 case, D4 tetrahedral, it will be having electronic configuration of E2, T22, and the value of CFSE will be 2 into minus 6 delta T plus 2 into plus 4, sorry, this is dq, so this will be minus 12 dq plus 8 dq, that is equal to minus 4 dq. Or this value is also equal to minus 0.4 delta T. How this is equal to minus 0.4 delta T? E2, T22 is the configuration. So 2 electrons multiplied by minus 0.6 delta T plus 2 electrons into 0.4 delta T, that will be equal to minus 1.2 delta T plus 0.8 delta T. This will be equal to minus 0.4 delta K. So similarly, you can find out the value of crystal field splitting energy, stabilization energy in different electronic configuration. If you have electronic configuration D5, it would be E2, T2, 3. The value of CFSE for this is 2 into minus 0.6 delta T plus 3 into 0.4 delta T. So this will be minus 1.2 delta T plus 1.2 delta T, that will be equal to 0. For a D6 case, the configuration will be E3 T23 and the value of CFSE for this will be equal to minus 0.6 delta T. If you have D7 configuration, this will be E4 T23. It will be like this. E4 1 2 3 4 2 2 3 and the value of CFSE will be minus 1.2 delta T. No pairing energies will be added over here. This will be 4 electrons multiplied by minus the 6 dq plus 3 electrons into 4 dq minus 12 dq. If you have the configuration D8, it will be E4 T24 and the value of CFSE will be minus 0.8 delta T. If you have D9 configuration, E4 T25 and the value of CFSE will be 0.4 delta T minus. If you have D10, it will be E4 T26. The value of CFSE will be equal to 0. So if you have any doubt how to find out the value of crystal field splitting energy, then you are free to call me anytime. Now we will discuss factors affecting the crystal field splitting. Which factors are responsible for crystal field splitting and how these factors affect the value? So first reason is nature of ligands. Nature of ligands. So you know that some ligands cause larger crystal field splitting and some ligands cause smaller crystal field splitting. So we can categorize the ligands depending upon the splitting which is caused by them. So the ligands which cause smaller crystal field splitting are called weak ligand or weak field ligands, and the ligands which cause larger crystal field splitting are called strong field ligands. Strong field ligands. Now this is a very important question. Okay, you have to arrange the ligands in the increasing order of crystal field splitting, and this arrangement in which the ligands are arranged is called spectrochemical series. So this question comes, what do you mean by spectrochemical series? Spectrochemical series. So what is it? The ligands can be arranged. The ligands can be arranged in the increasing order of crystal field splitting caused by them. This series of ligands is known as spectrochemical series. So you have to remember the spectrochemical series. This is not difficult. So first come the ligands which cause smallest crystal field splitting. So these are halogens. I negative, lesser than chloride, lesser than bromide, lesser than fluoride. So here comes the halide ions. Smaller the ligand, more easily it can approach the d orbitals. So larger will be the splitting caused by it. So iodo is a big size ligand, so this will cause smaller value of crystal field splitting. So this F negative to pehla aanda hai thiocyanate, us to baad aanda hai F negative, then oxygen donors OH negative, then oxalate 2 negative, lesser than water, lesser than ammonia, lesser than En ethylene diamine, then NO2 negative, then Cn negative, then comes Cu. So all the ligands which are present to the right hand side of ammonia are called strong field ligands. And the ligands which are present to the left of ammonia are called weak field ligands. As I explained in class, all the nitrogen donors as well as all the nitrogen donors are and carbon donors are strong field ligands. Oxygen donors and halide ions, these are weak field ligands. So, कई बार इस सीरीज पेपर के विच आनी होंगी है कि कौन ज़्यादा splitting cause करता है. So, if I give you the values, if you have this complex CrCl6 3 negative, then you know which ligand is present here. Cl is the ligand which is present. The value of crystal field splitting which is caused by it, delta naught in centimeter inverse, that value is 13,200. If I replace this ligand by, let us suppose fluoro lagata. Fluoro is a stronger field ligand in comparison to Cl. This will cause more crystal field splitting. The value of delta naught will become 15,200. So it will cause larger splitting. Let us suppose in place of this now water is present. So water is a ligand which is present. It will cause splitting by 17,400 centimeter inverse. Now let us suppose ethylene diamine is present. So it will cause a splitting of the order of 21,900. So if in place of ethylene diamine I put cyano, CN6 3 negative, it will cause a splitting of 26,200. So you can see, if I am moving from Cl2, F2, water, ethylene diamine and then cyano, larger will be the value of crystal field splitting caused by it. This is the first factor, that is the nature of the ligands. Now we will discuss the second factor, that is the oxidation state of the metal. If a metal is present in different oxidation states, then larger the oxidation state of metal, larger will be the crystal field splitting caused by it. Let us suppose you have two different complexes of cobalt. Cobalt H2O6 3 positive, and another complex of cobalt is cobalt H2O6 2 positive. Here cobalt is present in +3 oxidation state, and here cobalt is in 2 oxidation state. So what I told, Larger the oxidation state of metal, more will be the value of crystal field splitting. So in this complex, the value of delta naught is 18,600 centimeter inverse. Where in the other complex, this is 9,400 centimeter inverse. So larger the oxidation state of the metal, more will be the value of crystal field splitting. This is because of the reason that whenever metal is present in higher oxidation state, so due to presence of increased charge, the metal can pull the negatively charged ligands more effectively towards itself. So, more the oxidation state of metal, more will be the tendency of the metal to attract the negatively charged ligand towards itself, and larger will be the value of crystal field splitting. Now we will discuss the third factor. Third factor is type of d orbitals. Type of d orbitals. Now what is it? Let us suppose you have these metals. You must be knowing that cobalt, rhodium, iridium. So whenever you have cobalt, it belongs to 3D series, rhodium belongs to 4D series, and iridium belongs to 5D series. Let us suppose you have these complexes of cobalt Cl6 3 negative. Another complex is iridium Cl6 3 negative. Another complex is rhodium Cl6 3 negative. You have these three complexes. You have to find out which complex will cause larger crystal field splitting. See, cobalt is present in 3 oxidation state. Iridium is also present in 3 oxidation state, and rhodium is also present in 3 oxidation state. So oxidation state of the metal is similar. Nature of the ligand, that too is similar. Cl is here, Cl ligand is here, and Cl ligand is present here. So there is no change in the nature of the ligand. Cobalt belongs to 3D series, rhodium belongs to 4D series, and iridium belongs to 5D series. Now, 5D orbitals are bigger in size than 4D orbitals. 4D orbitals are bigger in size than 3D orbitals. So, 4D orbitals are more exposed, more spread out than 3D orbitals, and 5D orbitals occupy more space. Since these orbitals are biggest in size, so therefore these can interact more with the ligand, and larger will be the crystal field splitting. So whenever you are moving from 3D to 4D series to 5D series, then on moving from 3D to 4D, there is 30 to 50% increase in the value of crystal field splitting. Similarly, whenever you are moving from 4D series to 5D series, the crystal field splitting is increased by 30 to 50%. What is the reason? That these orbitals are bigger in size. These are more spread out in space. So since these are bigger in size, more spread out, these can interact more with the ligand field and larger will be the crystal field splitting caused by them. If I tell you the value, rhodium Cl6 3 negative, it has a crystal field splitting of 20,300 centimeter inverse. Then if you have, in place of rhodium, you have an iridium complex IrCl6 3 negative, the value of crystal field splitting is increased by 25,000. What is the reason? The reason is that iridium belongs to 5D series. These are present in the same column, same group. Rhodium belongs to 4D series. So whenever you move from 3D to 4D series, 4D to 5D series, there is 30 to 50% increase in the value of crystal field splitting. Questions इसके कितना दे होंगे हैं कि explain why cobalt Cl6 3 negative has crystal field splitting of this and iridium Cl6 3 negative has crystal field splitting of this. You have to comment on this. Then the fourth reason, that is geometry of the complex. Geometry of the complex. So what is this? You already know about it. If you have a tetrahedral complex and if you have an octahedral complex, then you know that the crystal field splitting in octahedral complex is always greater than the crystal field splitting in the case of tetrahedral complex. Delta T, that is equal to 4 by 9 delta 0. That is, crystal field splitting caused in the case of tetrahedral complexes is about 1 by 2 the crystal field splitting in octahedral complex. The reason is known to you. Lesser number of ligands in tetrahedral complex, 6 ligands in octahedral complex, 4 ligands here. None of the ligands is directly approaching any of the metal d orbitals, whereas in the case of octahedral complex, the ED set of orbitals are directly pointing towards the direction of the ligand. So this is about the factors which are affecting the value of crystal field splitting. Now look at this question. So question can come like this. Draw crystal field energy level diagram. Crystal field energy level diagram and predict the unpaired electrons in chromium En3 3 positive. You know that En is ethylene diamine. So first you have to draw this energy level diagram. So chromium has electronic configuration 3d5 4s1. Chromium is present in 3 positive oxidation state. So this is chromium 3. It will be 1 electron will go from here, 2 from here. It will be 3d3. Now what kind of ligand is ethylene diamine? Ethylene diamine is a nitrogen donor. So that is a strong field ligand. So if you have a strong field ligand, delta naught will be greater than pairing energy. Pairing energy is low. What kind of complex is formed? Low spin complex is formed. Low spin complex. One, two, three, 2. T2G, EG. This side is energy. So you have to fill 3 electrons since the complex is of low spin. 1, 2, 3. The difference of energy between these is known as delta 0. So this orbital is dxy, this is dxz, and this is dyz, and this is dx square minus y square and dz square. This is the energy level diagram. How many unpaired electrons are present? Number of unpaired electrons are equal to 3. One more question we will discuss. You have to predict number of unpaired electrons predict the number of unpaired electrons in Mn Cn6 3 negative according to CFT. Manganese has electronic configuration 3d5 4s2. Manganese is present in 3 oxidation state, so it will be 3d4. Now let's fill these 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is T2G and this is EG set. You have only 4 electrons. Ligand is Cn. Cn is a strong field ligand, so delta naught is very larger than pairing energy. So what kind of complex is formed? Low spin. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 4. So how many unpaired electrons are present? 2 unpaired. Question can come like this. Draw energy level diagram on the basis of CFT and predict number of unpaired electrons in FeCl4 negative ion, which is a tetrahedral complex. This is a tetrahedral complex. So you know iron is, configuration of iron is 3d6 4s2. Iron is present in 3 oxidation state, so it will be 3d5. Splitting in the case of tetrahedral complex, this is like this. This is T2 set, this is E set. Difference of energy between these two is delta T equal to 10 dq. You have to fill 5 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So D5 in the case of tetrahedral complexes are always of high spin irrespective of the nature of ligand present. So 5 electrons you have to fill. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 5. So how many unpaired electrons are present? 5 unpaired electrons. So one topic is left from this chapter that I will try to complete in next video lecture. Thank you so much.